El Shaarawy starting again, supporting Edin Dzeko. Kolarov will inevitably make strides down the left-hand side as often as he possibly can. Bruno Perez down the right.
Yeah, it's a part of Roma's game plan. The two fullbacks will try and play high up the pitch as they can, trying to create a little bit of width.
I think a lot of the AC Milan supporters will be looking at this man, Andre Silva. It's only his second start in Serie A. He was the big money signing, or the biggest one really, in the summer. And he joined from Porto for the best part of 40 million euros. He's a dynamic striker and he does his best to take the headlines away from Cristiano Ronaldo. He doesn't succeed, I have to say. Calhanoglu.
Yeah, he went in a little bit double-footed there, Calhanoglu. A little bit dangerous on De Rossi.
And I said we'd get plenty of shots of him. Francesco Totti. Just a glorious career, a one-club man. How often do we say that about anyone? But to be able to say it about a player only just retired at the age of 40.
Another one there in Franco Baresi.
Yeah.
What a player.
Tough defender, to say the very least. It's one of those fixtures that draws out the superstars of yesterday. And you, not that far yesterday in the case of Totti, is it? Did well to keep it in play. Support from his great mate, Alexander Kolarov. The two of them were great friends at the end.
Fair few goals for City. I think in a Roma shirt, he's been absolutely fantastic.
29 goals in all competitions last season, and he's already gained in 6 in Serie A. And 1 in the UEFA Champions League. Where you look in this Roma 11, players who were playing their football elsewhere until the summer. The likes, of course, of Rodriguez and Calhanoglu in the Bundesliga. Bonucci, of course, at Juventus. Kessier on loan from Atalanta. Kalinic on loan from Fiorentina. Biglia, who came from Lazio. There's hardly a player in this starting 11 who is fairly new to this AC Milan side, and maybe that he'll be given that time, that word patience. Maybe you need some patience when you're putting together this brand of football with a new set of players.
Yeah, it's certainly going to take a little bit of time. That's a feature of AC Milan's play. Rodriguez down the left-hand side and Fabio Borini down the right side.
It's a great ball, meanwhile, and exceptionally well done by Donnarumma.
Superstar goalkeeper, isn't he? Only 18 years of age. What a future he's got. Well, that's where the chess match will happen in wider areas for AC Milan. Can Rodriguez and Borini push the likes of Bruno Perez and Kolarov back the way?
Shaarawy, of course, who made his name here at AC Milan. Before injury, rather, held his career back, and he lost his way a little bit, to say the very least, and has now found a home at Roma after a spell at Monaco that didn't quite work out for him. He left AC Milan in January of 2016 and had one unbelievable season back in 2012-13.
There's good balance about the Roma midfield, though. I love the way De Rossi just sits still but allows Nangolan and Strootman to get forward.
By Bonucci. midfield trio is exceptional for Roma. Good to see Florenzi back as well. A lengthy knee problem kept him out for the best part of a year. But he is an exceptional talent. Can play anywhere down that right-hand side. He's played right back, right wing, right midfield, right wing back. Finding his way back again after a really bad knee injury. Here's Borini, another new recruit from Sunderland, of course.
I always feel a little bit for Fabio Borini. Never plays through the middle, does he? You know, he's a striker by trade, and he often plays down the left-hand side, playing over on the right this afternoon. Doesn't get far too many chances, in my opinion, playing as the 9. Works incredibly hard as always.
Try and oust Andre Silva and Nikola Kalinic. That won't be easy.
No. And that's why you look at Bruni's numbers, they're always down. There's a lot of work in wider areas.
There's Kolarov. Really say that either of these sides have taken command of this game.
Oh, I think it'll take a good 15-20 minutes for this game to settle down.
Last season, Roma won home and away in this fixture. 1-0 in Rome, 4-1 here at the San Siro. And they had the game's first corner, won by Nainggolan.
He's a top player, Raja Nainggolan. Depends what you like in a midfield player. I love watching Luka Modric at Real Madrid, very silky, but if you want a guy that can absolutely do anything on a football pitch in terms of playing as a 4 or 6, an 8 or a 10, Nainggolan's the go-to man.
Queue of players waiting for the delivery. Fazio up from the back. And Dzeko in that posse of players who are still there. Manolas has made the break forward as well. Going to have another opportunity to do it.
What was a strange one I always think when you take a short corner when you've got that much height in the box. You know, Edin Dzeko is at least 6'2", 6'3", the 2 centre-halves, so even bigger at 6'4". Try and whip a delivery into that 6-yard box if he can and trouble the back line and Donnarumma.
Kessié and De Rossi embroiled in conversation, and then they still have a good push and shove of each other. Are they going to get a cross in? No, they're not. What an absolute waste that was. Two corners and not a ball in the box.
It's ridiculous because a moving ball is a harder ball to hit than a dead ball, so just put the corner in the box.
Manolas scored from a set piece. That's an offside flag, by the way. But Manolas scored from a set piece on Wednesday at Karabakh.
I totally understand the concept of taking a short corner. You're trying to drag a couple of players out of their positions. But I think, especially early on, just put it inside that 6-yard box.
Playing an attacking trio today, Roma. Kalinic's trying to get the better of Manolas, but he's a strong boy himself.
It should be a good battle, that. Kalinic and Manolas.
Perez team of today, shall we? And 3 changes for the hosts following their Thursday night exploits in the Europa League. Bilya coming into that holding midfield position. Kalinic back up front leading the line, and Rodriguez, the attacking left wing back for Milan, down the left-hand side. Roma making 4 changes. Fazio coming in at centre-half. De Rossi and Strootman both came on as substitutes against Qarabag in the UEFA Champions League. They start, and Florenzi came on as well, as Roma started to really make sure that they saw home that 2-1 advantage. Well, both these teams know that this is a game that they can ill afford to lose, and yet in many ways it's almost impossible to call. Don Hutchison alongside me, former Premier League midfielder. It's one of those matches where you just don't want to stick your neck out and say who's the favourites.
No, because they're 2 quality sides in an iconic stadium as well in the San Siro. It makes for an unbelievable atmosphere, but both sides have got so much quality. I love the look of Roma's midfield. Raja Nangalan, massive fan of. I think De Rossi and Strootman are excellent technicians. It's an attacking lineup from both sides, which should make for an entertaining game.
Well, there's no reason to think that it won't be. And with Juventus 6 from 6, they play tonight at Atalanta, and Napoli 7 from 7, leading the way at the top of the Serie A table. It sounds silly to say it, but even at this stage, you can ill afford to drop too many points. AC Milan have already done exactly that. They've lost twice. In charge today is Luca Banti, an experienced top division official, and the 2 captains. Well, it tells you that this is an occasion. Bonucci, of course, having signed from Juventus in the summer, and De Rossi, who, to be fair, is now Mr. Roma, with Francesco Totti having decided to hang up his boots in the summer. And indeed, he's here today, the great man, and I'm sure we'll get plenty shots of him in the stand. Eusebio Di Francesco in his first season at the helm for Roma. He took over, of course, from Luciano Spalletti, who, of course, now manages in this stadium for Inter Milan. Inter, who were 2-1 winners at Benevento in our live action earlier on this afternoon. And Vincenzo Montella, well, he did sign a new contract within a few months of the new owners taking to the helm back in the spring, but already there is talk that his position may be under scrutiny because they've won 4 and lost 2. If they should be win 4, lost 3 by the end of today, and just you hear how often the name Carlo Ancelotti starts to ring around the city of Milan, of course having just been ousted from his position at Bayern Munich, and all too familiar with the setting here. Well, it's business football, isn't it, that we should even be talking about a man in game number 7 being under pressure, but it's not me, believe me. It's the Italian press who are whipping up the tails, and that is the reason that's happening.
One of them, as I said before, AC Milan against Roma in an iconic stadium like the San Siro, and a lot of quality players on show. It must make for an entertaining game. Imagine it might be a little bit of a chess match early, and then both sides will feel their way into the game.
Roma started extraordinarily well at Qarabag in the UEFA Champions League in midweek. They were ahead very, very quickly. They doubled their advantage soon after. And with El Shaarawy starting again, supporting Edin Dzeko. Rock will inevitably make strides down the left-hand side as often as he possibly can. Bruno Perez down the right.
Yeah, it's a part of Roma's game plan. The 2 fullbacks will try and play high up the pitch as they can, trying to create a little bit of width.
I think a lot of the AC Milan supporters will be looking at this man, Andre Silva. It's only his start in Serie A. He was the big money signing, or the biggest one really, in the summer. And he only just retired at the age of 40.
Another one there in Franco Baresi.
Yeah.
What a player.
From Porto for the best part of 40 million euros. Tough defender, to say the very least. It's one of those fixtures that
He's a real player, isn't he? Andre Silva, every time he gets the ball, he makes things happen. He's extremely positive.
Rossi doesn't normally stay down. It's the way in which he himself goes in for the challenge on Çalhanoğlu.
He went in a little bit double-footed there, Çalhanoğlu. A little bit dangerous under Rossi.
I said we'd get plenty of shots of him. Francesco Totti. Just a glory.
Another one there in Franco Baresi.
Yeah.
What a player.
Tough defender, to say the very least. It's one of those fixtures that draws out the superstars of yesterday. And you from yesterday in the case of Totti, is it? Supporting Edin Dzeko.